Getyourrockout are here with a wonderful vintage treble. Guys, you've just won Classic Rock's Best New Band Award. How on earth does that feel?
Great. Unearthly, I guess. It's wild. It's from so many things, from unbelievable to honored to responsible. You know, you feel like you win some kind of thing like that, then you've got a different level of responsibility, you know? And I don't know, it's being in the room that day was amazing for us because we were in a room full of our heroes, and it was great talking to everyone afterwards because it's nice to know that maybe we've even done something that your heroes find kind of cool. And you know, Gene Simmons was crazy. And here's a fun fact that you'll be the first one to hear. Our statue that they gave us was bent, and we walked off the stage. We did the circle, the winner's circle, because we're horses, you know. We went to the winner's circle, and we're holding this thing, and it holds a guitar, the statue, and I thought it was part of the design, that it was just bent to the tip, but it wasn't. So we go back into the room, and the designer of the trophies comes up to us and he goes, "Oh my God, your trophy's bent." So then he starts straightening it, and it snaps off. So we didn't even get to leave the building before our trophy was broken. So we're still waiting. They're going to send us another one, obviously. But it's kind of a fun story for us. It kind of makes more sense considering who we are, because we never try and do anything perfect, and nothing's ever right. We just kind of make things feel good. So we kind of had a jarred emotion the day we won an award. It was so exciting, and then someone breaks it, puts you in your place.
I mean, has it kind of sunk in for you yet that out of all the bands up there, so, you know, people doing what you're doing, because it's such a different style
Who's
of
doing
music?
what we're doing?
What? Okay, then.
Tell us, we'll kill them. We'll kill them.
Okay, so people trying to break through like you are. I mean, you know, your music's so different from everyone else. Has it quite sunk in yet that it's you guys that have won it and beaten everybody?
I don't think so. I think, you know, we hit the road like the following day, and we've been playing every night since, and, you know, we sleep and we wake up and we play music. So I think that's something that would sink in, like, you know, maybe after the tour's over and, you know, you wake up one day in your own bed and it's like, wait a minute, we just won a Classic Rock Award. I know I'm romanticizing it a little bit. I just don't know that we've had much time to ingest it, you know, because we're just so busy out in it. But, you know, on the reverse of that, of course, you know, it's surreal and mind-boggling that it even happened, you know. It just feels amazing, for real.
And do you think that you've got, you know, do you think that you guys as a band as a whole can carry on producing the kind of material that, you know, people are going to expect now? Because obviously people are going to be expecting a lot more of you since that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem, only because we love it so much. You know, one of the things that we hear is that our live show is really energetic. So we take it on as a challenge, not only to make this a record as good as the last one, but more so to make it better. And maybe because we listen to the Troublemakers so often, like the people that are our fans and our road family, we listen to them a lot. And, you know, we know that they feel our show has so much energy, so the idea will be to take the same album we had and marry it with our live show. You know, we were only together 3 months when we made our record. If we can't make a record that'll top that record, we're in trouble. You know what I mean? Like, literally, that was 3 months. You know, we've become so much more of a, I think, cohesive unit. We kind of know what we like as a unit a little more. And, I mean, we hope and we pray and we knock on aluminum tables in hopes that the record will surpass what we did. I mean, and if it doesn't, I'm sure someone might. Who's to say what's better and who's to say what's worse, really? You know what I mean? I hope we're going to be fine. But we don't have a worry about it. I know I don't. Mm-hmm.
And do you think you're actually going to stop touring at any point soon, long enough to produce something new?
Well, it's funny. Like Richard said, we won that award less than a week ago, and we've done 6 shows since. So
the funny thing was that we did Richard. He's not playing. We did the award, and then there was the after party where everybody was hanging out, and literally we get back to the hotel and we're still pumped up, and I'm looking outside and it's light outside, and when our bus shows up, you know, to pick us up to take us to the first show, which was Nottingham. So we really didn't stop that night. We went straight into touring. But the funny thing is, I think in a perfect world, we recorded our first record in 2.5 days, and we like to record really, really fast. So I think in a perfect world, it would just be part of the whole process, part of the whole. You know, not necessarily. I know a lot of people take all this time off to record and stuff like that, but you know, if we get a couple of days off, you know, for us, we'd like to go hole up and, you know, press record and see what we get, and who knows, well, maybe, you know, 2 days in the studio, 3 days in the studio, we'll get another record or another set of songs or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And we spend so much time here, luckily. So, but the hard part is going to be that the rest of the world will get this same record. So we don't know how much time we'll have off in between, because by the time we get to bring this album around to a lot of the other countries, a lot of other continents, hopefully, by the time we've done that, the UK will be so ready for a new record that it will need to be the day after we finish touring the rest of the world. So I don't think we're going to get that big of a break. I think that last month and a half that we were at home getting ready for this next leg, I think that's the longest time period we'll probably be home in a long time, if we're lucky.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you find being on tour constantly? I mean, is there a lot of friction between you all, or do you just manage to gel along nicely?
Both. I think 95% nicely and the other 5% human.
So we're not going to be expecting like some kind of Axel Slash thing at any point soon.
We like to say it's going to be like an Oasis thing.
Oasis. I don't know. I think, from my perspective, hopefully we're fortunate enough to realize how lucky we are to have found each other, and we're hopefully capable of, you know, getting through anything, because knowing that's a huge thing. We're very, very lucky, and at least from my vantage point, I feel I'm very lucky to be here with these three beautiful human beings, and so you can work it out.
And so what's the best rider you've had so far?
Best what?
The best rider.
Best rider.
There was one that really stood out that we actually did say, this is our best rider to date.
That's right. What was that? It was
someplace.
No.
It's kind of hard for us to say when we've been on tour with Bon Jovi, because
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
that rider, that catering staff, that was like, if there's such thing as 20-star.
Yeah.
I mean, we were so spoiled on that Bon Jovi tour that it's made anything we could ask for in a rider seem like shit.
I had Asian pan-seared salmon with gluten-free brownies on tour in a catering truck.
Oh my god! And then like the dessert table was out of control.
We took pictures of it. It was like a work of art.
Yeah.
Great. I'm sorry. I'm starving. Speaking of writers, I'm starving.
And so, like, touring-wise, you have toured with Bon Jovi, who are obviously huge. Which do you prefer, though, touring with someone like that or your own headline shows?
Well, Ty says that best, which is, you know, to be out on, you know, how does Ty say it? To be out on that is like the kid's dream, you know.
Exactly.
But to be the vacation, but
like to be with Bon Jovi.
Yeah, that's like the vacation, and everyone wants a vacation, and it feels amazing, you know. But to be on stage doing our own thing feels like home, and being home feels really great too, you know. So it's really hard to make the comparison of the two. I think we excel in a nice, sweaty, little, sexy, dirty room with everybody close. That's where I think we excel. But we sure have a great time out in the masses as well. You know, it's really hard to compare the two of those. But
yeah, I mean, the first time we were doing a sound check, and, you know, I don't know if you know this or not, but when you're doing a sound check, usually the drums are the first thing you hear. So when you're in an arena, and we were in Ireland, and the first time you hit that snare and you heard it in that arena, so I mean, yeah, there's that. But again, that's like stupid kid stuff. Like, sound is kid stuff, and like, you know, your heart is where you really are, and we prefer clubs. It'd almost be cool if we could figure out a way that when we're playing arenas, we could put walls up in between and just go do one song in this group of people. What's your song?
And also, you've done the festival scene this year as well. And so, which do you prefer in that kind of respect? Because obviously, festivals are very different from playing shows like this.
Well, the festival, one of the cool things about us, we did get it was kind of a lot of our sort of first parlay into the festival scene, and the UK seems to do it right. They got a lot of great festivals, but we fell into a couple of things like the Secret Garden Party Festival, which was just surreal, like Alice in Wonderland, you know, and then we did Kendall Calling, and we had late night sets inside these real kind of, just vibey. People were partying, doing drugs, and it was just awesome late night. And that was that's sort of the sweaty club, but out on the festival scene for us. And that was amazing. And then we got the opportunity to wake up in the morning at Kendall Calling, for example, and after doing a 1 a.m. set, do a 10 a.m. set on the main stage and play out to the open for a lot of people. So, hopefully, if we can somehow marry the two, in there with those festivals, those are great because you get everything.
Brilliant. And so, like, the next 12 months or so, what do you kind of want from them?
From who?
The next 12 months.
Oh, from the months? What do you want, Gnarled?
I would say a new record and another fantastic tour.
And so can we just expect you guys to basically just tour as much as possible?
Hopefully. Like Ty said, if we're lucky, that'd be great. We're just very fortunate to, at least right here in the UK, to be connecting, it seems, the way we're connecting. And so if we can keep doing that, keep grabbing hold of that and holding up to our end of the bargain, I think that's all you can ask for.
And we are a live band. I mean, yes, everyone loves making records, and we love to be in the studio as much as anybody. But, we're a live band, so we would love to just bring it to the world. So, we'll tour as long as the world will have us, and I think we're just getting revved up.
Have you ever actually had one bad live review yet?
Live? Wow, that's a good question. I don't think so. Not live.
Can we honestly say that the answer to that is no, we have not?
Not that we've seen.
But by asking that question, you're
yeah. Don't do that. Can I knock on some wood somewhere?
No, but I think it is cool that, I think for us, if that is to happen, although we know that what's most important is our opinion amongst us, sometimes when you hear things that are negative, you gotta have to listen to it in a way and see if there's any truth in it, because sometimes what you think is negative when you first read it is not really negative, it's actually an opportunity to grow. And there might be an element that we could tweak. There are many elements we could tweak, and sometimes we can't see those because we are just feeling the moment. And sometimes from the outside, someone might say something that we hadn't even thought about. Mm-hmm. So, it wouldn't be a horrible thing. It might be something that would give us the chance to either get better or to write someone a letter and say, fuck you. One of the two. And it's great. There's so much you can learn. Because there's a million different opinions about stuff. And so to hear someone say, oh, maybe there were too many fast songs, it might make us think, maybe there are. Mm-hmm. So who knows? It's not really bad reviews.
Still, it's quite impressive that, you've never had one. I don't think many bands can say that.
Cool. You can't really say much more than that with that.
Thank you. With a question.
Right. Why didn't we get this award sooner then? He said sarcastically.
Yes. Joking. Joshing.
Oh, guys, thank you so much. You have, as always, been utterly wonderful, and looking forward hugely to seeing you.
One thing we would like to say is that, after having been around for a little bit of time, I think we've become a little more juiced and a little more excited about people. So anyone that's seen any of our shows in the past, we hope they'll come again. And we've had the pleasure of having people come second, third time around. We have some people that got 17 tickets for this tour. And not only that, it's great because we had some parents come last night with their kids, and they said they'd only heard about this venue when their kids came to it, and for the first time they got to go and see a gig with their kids. That's pretty cool. So anyone that reads your article and is looking for something exciting and a good time and maybe something that's going to feel a little different, please come check out a show, because we like to entertain people, but not only like it's a show, kind of like they came into our house and we're the hosts. And we want to have as many people at the party as possible. And we have lots of food and drink.
and pumpkin pie.
And pumpkin pie, so come on around.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.